Hey ladies, hey YouTube pals, this is Cindy, Palm Springs Cindy, coming to you live from my kitchen. I just finished my, I'll say lunch. I haven't eaten today, but so it was a nice little chicken Caesar salad packaged. And so today my title is In My Next Life, because guys are not going to believe what happened. You're not going to believe what happened to me the other day. All right, let me get my wheelchair locked in here. I'm rolling all over the place. Hi, ladies. I see people are writing in already. Thank you. Well, all right. Well, to start with, yesterday, not yesterday, but the day before. It was right after I made my last YouTube video. And I was winding down. I was ready to go to my, what I call my hospital room, and watch TV and get comfortable and rest. Well, before I did that, I went to my bathroom, and I got ready for bed, I'll say. And without giving TMI, I was tired. It was the end of the day. I was tired. And so I flushed my toilet. No problem. I have to hike myself up after using the toilet. I hike myself up. I take my good leg and I scoot to my wheelchair, which is about 4 scoots. And then I sit down in my wheelchair, I lower my leg lift, put my leg on my leg lift, roll back. I'm telling you all this because as I'm rolling back, and then I lock my wheelchair in place. Then I stand up at my sink, because I can lean on my sink with my one good leg, lean on my sink and brush my teeth and stuff. And don't ask me why, but I looked over at my toilet and my toilet was overflowing. Okay, I'm home alone. It's late. I'm tired. I'm in a wheelchair. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, my toilet cannot overflow. I cannot be standing in toilet water. What am I going to do? So I saw it rising. So I sat back down in my wheelchair. I unlocked it. I scooted back over to the toilet, put it in lock position, and I scooted back over, bent down, held onto the wall, held onto my wheelchair. I don't remember how I did it, but I bent down and I turned the water off just as the water was ready to spill over onto the floor. And I thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? It's late. But I was so tired and so frustrated that I did nothing. I took the toilet lid, I put it down, hopefully not to splash any of the water that was up to the very rim. And I thought, you know what? I'll deal with this tomorrow. So I, finished getting ready for bed. I got in bed, and of course, because it had to do with the bathroom, all I could do was think I had to go to the bathroom the rest of the night. So I thought, okay, great. But I have a porta potty. I can't fit into any of the other bathrooms. It's only my bathroom and that overflow toilet's the only one I can get on, that my wheelchair fits into the bathroom. But I have a porta potty next to my bed in my hospital room that I use during the middle of the night, because I'm too sleepy and it's too hard for me to get from my hospital room to my ensuite bathroom in the middle of the night. And I'm afraid I'm afraid that I'll fall or something. So I have the porta potty next to my bed, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna have to use the porta potty. And then I thought, okay, I think it was Friday night. So it was Friday night. And then I thought, okay, Saturday, do plumbers work on the weekend? Plus it's a 3-day weekend. If they do, I'm gonna be paying triple time or double time, but okay. So I text I have a link on my messaging. It's called La Familia, and it's every single person in my family. So when we have a celebration or a concern or a request, we go on, the family goes on La Familia, and then we can text to text, and it goes out to the entire family. I mean, the extended family. So everybody was gone this weekend. So my sister, one of my sisters was gone with to a baby shower of one of her dear friends' sons, and I want to give them a shout out because you know what it's like. My sister has a handful of girlfriends that she went to elementary school with, junior high, and high school with, and some went to college, some didn't, some entered the workforce directly, but they even lived together as young women. They shared an apartment together. And then eventually from that, they each got married, and some moved out of state, some did not. But they've made it a practice every year, no matter what, to get together for a long weekend. So every year they get together for a long weekend and catch up with what the news and the happenings of their lives. So anyway, I am kind of telling you this for a reason. So, and when they do get together, they watch me. They put me on TV. They watch YouTube. They watch Palm Springs Cindy. They take a picture of them watching me with me on the screen. And then they say, we're watching Palm Springs Cindy. So anyway, I said, they sent that to me the other day when they were together because they just had their weekend. And they combined it with the baby shower because one of the gals is going to be a grandma. So I said, oh my gosh, I'm giving you guys a shout out. So for my sister, Carrie, she's 10 years younger than I am. So this is a shout out to Carrie and her gal pals that she has had since elementary school. Carrie, Terry, another Carrie, and Janet. Those were the four that were together the other day. I think they're still together. I think they may be dispersing and going back home today. So they are all adorable. They're all successful. They're all happily married. They all have wonderful children. And so it's just a fun happening. And even though I'm not a part of their posse or their gang, I love it that they get together. I love it that they grew up together. So I think that's something very special. So I put an SOS out, La Familia, to say, my toilet overflowed, woe is me, just to sort of have a little pity party. But nobody, my family, they were dispersed, and they live an hour and a half-ish, 2 hours away. So my sister Carrie was with her girlfriends, but she did reply and say, oh, poor you, and whatever. My brother said, call a plumber, and my daughter's at a concert in San Diego. So anyway, it was all good. It was not the end of the world. But in my next life, the next morning, I woke up and all I could think about was, my toilet. What am I going to do with my toilet? So I went on Yelp, and the very first vendor, the very first plumber on Yelp had like 4 stars. But what I really noticed was he started work at 6 o'clock in the morning. So it was probably 5:30 in the morning. So I thought, I wonder if he starts work at 5 in the morning on a Saturday. I wonder if he starts work at 5 o'clock in the morning on a 3-day weekend. I don't know, but I'm going to find out. So I waited until 6. And I called, and I had to leave a message. So I thought, it was like 6:02. So I thought, maybe he doesn't really work on the weekend. Maybe he doesn't work at 6 in the morning on the weekend. Well, sure enough, about 6:08, I got a call from Daniel. Hi, Daniel. So Daniel I think he was having breakfast with his coworker. And I told him, I said who I was, what had happened. I said, I think all my toilet needs is like a snake or something. And he said, no problem. We will be there between 8 and 10. And I said, great. So sure enough, he got here like at 7:30. And I told him I was in a wheelchair and it would take me a while to get to the door. But he got here about 7:30, quarter to 8. No, 7:30. And he and his buddy, 2 trucks, he and his coworker went to my toilet, and I said, it's over there, do your thing. So, it took him like, I'll say everything was signed, sealed, and delivered within 20 minutes. So he says to me, well, I'm just charging you for a house call. And I said, oh, great. I thought, oh, favor, thank you. And so he said, it'll only be $120. I thought, in my brain, I thought, holy moly, in my next life, I'm going to be a plumber. So $120 later, but of course I had to do it. I had to do it. I couldn't wait. I couldn't do it myself. So anyway, I got my toilet fixed. And he even called me like 4 or 5 hours later, just to say, this is Daniel, how's it going? How's your toilet? If you need anything, call me. And I said, I will. So, okay. So there you go. How lucky can one girl be to have a broken leg, a broken knee, and have her toilet overflow when she's home alone? But it's over. So then yesterday, my friend that I'm going to pay from church, Annie came over at 12. She was here from like 12 to 3, I'll say, maybe a little longer. Her husband dropped her off, and she has 2 children. And anyway, they stayed with Annie, and her kids are just adorable. And it was kind of fun for me to have the action. And they took Shelby for a walk. Shelby was so excited to have somebody to play with and somebody else to look at, but besides me, who she's afraid of in this wheelchair. So Annie helped me around the house, but mostly she went to the grocery store. My phone cord my cell phone cord broke, so I couldn't recharge my phone. And my cell phone is like my life alert. I carry it with me in case something would happen. Here I am feeling around for it. I don't even know where it is, but it's here in the kitchen somewhere. So I've got to have a cell phone. So anyway, Annie went to buy me a new cord and bought me some salads and some coffee. I was out of coffee. So she was here, and that was great. She did some things around the house for me. So that's going to work out really well. And today, Elisa is coming to do my nails and my feet. Thank you, Lord. And then Annie comes again Monday. And I have next week pretty much lined up. And so anyway, I'm feeling really good that I'm not like stuck by myself. It's beautiful weather here in Palm Springs. Oh, and I want to say, doggone it, I can't reach them now, but I got 2 lovely cards from 2 of my viewers. Shoot, I wanted to share them with you guys. I'll share them with you in my next video. They're way over there, and I can't get over there to get them right now. But I got your cards in the mail, and it made me teary-eyed with gratitude. Thank you so much. So I did also, a couple of you have asked me about the dresses that I bought while I'm, under construction here. And there's 3 brands, and I wrote a comment on my last video, and I wrote the name of the brand. So if you go on Amazon, you type those brand names in, those dresses will pop up, and you'll see them. They're good fabric. They're a nice fabric, and that's what's important, because some of the fabrics are really chintzy. You can't even wear them. They're like practically made out of paper, I think. So, all right, ladies, I am coming along. I'm not good at night. Around 5 o'clock, from 5 till about midnight, I am not good. I am restless. I am in pain. I start getting a little depressed. And so then I remind myself that I probably need to take my pain med, maybe even a whatever. I just, during the day, I seem to be okay. But there's something about those nighttime hours where I'm hurting from sitting too long, and yet I'm too tired to get up and move and exercise. My arms hurt more than my leg at this point from scooting my wheelchair and from getting up and from getting down and from reaching and pulling. And in fact, Elisa, who's coming today, is a yoga teacher, and I'm going to talk to her about my muscles. I've Googled like the anatomy of the arm muscles to find out which muscles it is that are hurting and how I can maybe stretch them. I try to stretch them out and to relieve some of the pain, but it's constant. So even my pain meds don't diminish my arm pain. So that really hurts me more than my leg does at this point. But, you know, what are you going to do? Every day is a day closer to me walking. Every day is a day closer to me being healed. I thank you guys. I cannot do this without my YouTube community because you guys are very encouraging, and it takes a long time and a long part of my day to respond to comments, to upload the videos, to converse with you guys, and that's really good for me. So keep the comments coming, keep encouraging, and I really do need and value your support. So anyway, this is Cindy saying I'm going to sign off. Elisa should be here any minute, and I want to be ready and be able to get to the door because it takes me a while to get to the door. So I want to be able to get to the door when she arrives. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow and see you later. Bye.